All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday. And we had the folks from Bartholomew Broadbent Selections in the store here. And, you know, his dad, Michael Broadbent, one of the most famous people in the wine industry. And Bartholomew's got some great stuff. He's got an import of, some pretty eclectic stuff. South Africa, California, Lebanon. Chateau Musar, one of the most famous wineries in that part of the world, or the most famous. I'll never forget our event we did with Serge Hokart, the Great Wine Seminar, drinking his white and red back to 1959. Incredible wines. And, man, it just goes to show you, you never know where the next great wine is going to come from. Anyways, we started out with a little Chardonnay from the Russian River Valley, the Inman family. And it's got a nice rich fruit on the nose. 12.9% alcohol. The lowest alcohol Chardonnay I think I've ever had from California, or at least in the last 10 years. This wine still had a lot of nice fruit, tree fruit, apples, white peaches, almost Chablis-like. And they do own some vineyards, but they purchased some fruit for this also, organically farmed, low alcohol wines, some toasty oak notes. It does see a little oak in there, which I like my Chardonnay with a little bit of oak. And this is still bright and fresh, though, almost Chablis-like, like I said, a really savory style of Chardonnay, like briny note on the finish. Very good stuff at $30. All right, the AA Badenhorst White from South Africa. This is what I call a train wreck, folks. Chenin Blanc, Roussanne, Viognier, Chardonnay, Grenache Blanc, Colombard, Grenache Gris, Semillon, Verdejo, Claret Blanc. I was like, is there a grape that they grow that's not in this wine? Anyways, it's got a similar bouquet to like a white Rhone here. And the vineyards are 20 miles from the Cape in the town of Swartland. And this is a warm area, so the wine's got a lot of ripe peach and apricot fruit, some honeysuckle floral notes, and layers of that ripe fruit showing through on the palate, a nice creamy texture, and those floral notes showing through on the finish. Rich, but still fresh. A very good little wine at $40. It's deep in price. And the Chateau Musar second label Hokar from the Becca Valley. This wine is a blend of Cinsault, Grenache, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Carignan. It's the second label, and the blend changes every year, just like in Musar. The vineyard's all organic. It's like green peppery note to the red cherry and cranberry-like fruit on the nose, some mocha and exotic spices, cigar box, clove. A classic Bordeaux-like red on the palate, though. Really silky smooth tannins, nice freshness, and some dry tannins, a little green peppery notes coming through on the finish, along with some tobacco, but still quite fresh on the second day. This is an excellent bottle of wine at $30. And then the Cavas de Wine Art Grand Vino from Mendoza. This is one of the the first kind of famous wines from Argentina, a blend of Malbec, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot. And then this is one of the most, this wine spent 36 months in oak casks, a very complex array of cigar box, spice, dark cocoa, fresh loam notes, really old world style red, dark currant and berry fruit also showing up there, some cigar box spice, fine tannins and dried herbs showing on the finish, a very elegant and fresh wine on the second day. Excellent juice. I raised the score on several of these wines because they got better on the second day. That's why I keep wines for the second day. All right, the AA Badenhorst Red from Swartland. This is a few less varietals in this one. Shiraz, Mourvedre, and Grenache and Cinsault. Nice amount of that berry pie fruit on the nose with fresh flowers, kind of red licorice and notes of black pepper spice. A smooth and silky wine on the tongue with ripe berry fruits and pretty floral notes and savory peppery notes on the finish, holding together nicely on the second day. Also excellent juice, also at $40 like the white. The Villafante from Parle. This wine's a blend of Cabernet, Merlot, Malbec, Cabernet Franc. It's a Zelma Long project along with Phil Freeze and Michael Radcliffe. And Villafante is supposed to be the oldest name for soil in the world. Suppose they have some of the oldest soil in the world here. I thought that was in Australia, but we couldn't find the right answer to that question on Wikipedia. If any of you know that, please send it to us via email. A nice savory bouquet of this wine, wild herbs, dark cocoa, sage, some dark cherry and currant berry fruit, nice complexity on the nose, a very plush and elegant style wine on the palate. This one's got a lot of ripe currant and berry fruits, and a lot of that nuance from the nose showing on the finish, that tobacco spice, the mocha, and a lovely zestiness to this wine. It gains complexity on the second day, and the finish, very long, most excellent juice at $50. Wow. And then the Quinta da Crasto Reserva from the Douro. This is a blend of 70-year-old vines. There's 100 different varietals in this blend. Who plants a vineyard to 100 different varietals? The Portuguese do. And this wine is really complex, a really rustic display on the nose of dark spices, earth, fine herbs, really complex espresso, mocha notes, silky smooth on the tongue, really ripe tannins, very fresh and elegant style with an array of wildflowers and herbs along with that fruit shown on the finish. And wow, this wine gets my vote for most improved on the second day, gaining weight and complexity, maybe the best Portuguese wine that I've ever tasted. Well, He went for Barcavalia, most excellent juice at $45. That's what we had to drink with our folks from Broadbent Selections. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.